So, welcome to the Sunday night broadcast. And I do this every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And if you'd like to join these broadcasts and watch the whole thing and all the back broadcasts as well, you can subscribe via Patreon. And on the broadcast, then you can interact. Also, I have a Wednesday night group, which is on a private platform, which is private. And that's also, you can also subscribe to that through my website. What else do I do? Oh yeah, I do one-to-one Skypes as well. So if you'd like a private session with me, please get in touch with me via my email. Apart from that, I've got events at the end of the year. And other than that, I can't think past the heat, really. Okay, so life. Life. There can't really be any idea of what's going on. I mean, who would know what's going on? Trying to pin it down to, well, it's about becoming no me, or it's about becoming free, or it's this or that. It's a very narrow view. Look at my hair. Hang on. Is that any better? No. That's a bit better. Pin it down to these things, but you know, the human is very concerned with its own personal story. But that is just life appearing as it is. Life appears as that. There's no choice whether one is concerned with one's personal story. It's just part of life. And yet, the paradox is that we can have these talks and discover that the story is nothing more than a story, which is utterly fascinating and inexplicable. What the human does is that it really wants something. That's its normal kind of drive. It wants something. And I think that this message, and particularly here with me, is very unpopular because nothing is given. There's no promise of anything. Because who could promise anything? How can anyone promise that something might or might not happen? Who would know that that could or couldn't happen? There's this idea that something might happen. There's this possibility. Sorry. The only possibility is of possibly seeing that nothing will happen. But that isn't anything that can be experienced. That's just cognized rather than recognized, because to recognize means to remember, but to cognize means to it's just understood, it's just seen, but it's not replaced by an experience of freedom or an experience of no me. It's just that wanting and trying just simply stops. And that's not a mystery. That's not, sorry. That's not just, for any chosen few, because there's no chosen anything. There's no chosen people who are no me's. I mean, it's just a nonsense story because there's neither a me or a no me. There's neither. There's just what's happening. There's just simply what is. So what happens is we have all these concepts of that there's something else. When you really look at that, what is something else? It's just an idea, isn't it? It's not really something else. There isn't anything else. And it's fairly obvious, really. And yet there rises this sense of I want to get it, but I'm not getting it. I still feel like I'm here. But so what? So what if there's a feeling like I'm still here? There's no choice over that. It's not a measurement of somebody who has reached something or hasn't reached something. It's absolutely meaningless. And it's not even a person, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling that happens while I'm still here. But no one's there. It's just a feeling of I am here. And if life is doing that, then life is doing that. And it's not up to anybody. And that feeling of I am here and I have will and choice doesn't have any will and choice. Because everything that appears is so spontaneous. Sorry. It's the heat. It's me. Makes my eyes water and everything. There's no will and choice. There's only the thought, I have will and choice. Or the belief, which is often accompanied with a feeling of, well, that's true. So this is a very unpopular message because it gives nothing. But everything you're looking for, or if you're looking for, is not real. So, does one want to be given something which isn't real? Does one want to be given yet another carrot of chasing after the me falling away, or something as nonsensical as that? And all the associations with that, and all the pride with that, because I see pride in people who say they have no me. It's just like, well, who would have no me? What are you talking? What are they talking about? That's just what's happening. And if that's happening, that's happening, but it has no meaning, you see. And I hear people say, oh, I think they've gone. Well, no one can go anywhere because there's nobody here. There's people here. There's people here. But there's no individuals here. Just individual bodies with all their mechanisms in the brain, all happening, all the thoughts and feelings. But that's devoid of individuality. Hi, Flora. It's devoid of individuality. It's just life appearing as I'm an individual. But you can't separate the individual from the rest of the room, or the body, or anything else, because there's no separation. Can anyone show anything that's separate? Not really. Because it will be shown in this, and it won't be separate. Can anyone show a separate person? No, because anything they say is going to be in this. And can anyone show a freedom from the separate person? No, they can't. No one can show anything. All that there can be is other bodies saying words. And I know people say, oh, well, it's accompanied by an energy. Well, so is a live gig. So is a guru. It's all a circus, you see. It's all a play. It's all a play. It's the play of life. But none of it means anything in terms of getting anywhere. Because it's already got. It's already here. It's already done. I've been doing this for 5 years and I still don't have 1,000 subscribers. I think Grumpy Cat has millions of subscribers. It's funny, isn't it? Nobody wants to hear that there's nothing to get. Nobody wants to hear that. Everybody wants a little bit of promise, a little bit of hope of tomorrow. A little bit of hope that it'll happen to me, happen for me. Totally bypassing the absolute obviousness that life is just shouting, here, Here, this blooming, blossoming, big bang of a creation called couches and floors and computers and hands. But no. I want a little bit of hope that I will stop being a me, that I will get it, that I've made it. Nobody wants to hear that that's not going to happen. And also it's really easy to recognize it's not going to happen. Because where is that belief? It's here. It's happening here. It's not happening in the future. What is happening here is not an indication of the next moment, because the next moment has never, ever existed. Has the next moment ever arrived? I love that there's nothing to get. It's so freeing. Yeah, there are some who really love it. And I think it's those who have really had it with the idea that there is something to get. There are those who have really just had it with chasing after non-existent pots of gold at the end of non-existent rainbows. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. And I come across it more and more that people have just had it up to here. You know, how many years have people spent trying to be a no me, trying to be free of self, free of ego, and free of all these basically concepts. And there's nothing wrong with the human is going to be how the human is, no matter how the human thinks. The human can think about things all it likes. It's going to not make a scrap of difference to what the human will do and how the human will feel, think, and act.